Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's commissioning ceremony. My name is Captain Matthew Johnson, and I'm the Marine Officer Instructor here at NROTC Marquette University. Today, the class of 2020 will attain a goal they have been working hard to achieve for years. They've all risen to the challenge and proven that they have what it takes to be naval officers. They are now ready to assume the titles of ensign and second lieutenant. Please rise for the national anthem and today's invocation. Let us pray. We gather today to recognize the naval officers who stand before us. We are grateful for their hard work and dedication. We are grateful for their commitment to service and their devotion to a cause greater than themselves. And we are especially grateful for all those who have helped guide and support these men and women in their time of learning and professional development, their family and friends, their university professors, the unit staff, and countless others. Through sweat and long hours spent studying, through camaraderie and laughter, through moral challenges and sometimes painful lessons, our midshipmen arrived here today ready to receive their commissions as officers in the world's finest military service. We wish for them safety and success. Amen. You may take your seats. Ladies and gentlemen, Captain Matthew Vandersloot, Commanding Officer, Marquette University, NROTC.
Thank you, Matt. Good morning, everyone. This is a family event. This is a celebration. If you have the urge to hug, kiss, backslap, whatever, please do it. This is a, there we go. I see a couple already, so good. Anyway, good morning, everyone. I'm Captain Vandersloot. I'm the commanding officer of the Marquette NROTC unit. And on behalf of Admiral Sands, Commander, Naval Service Training Command, my unit staff, and the faculty and university administrators of Marquette, the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee, and the Milwaukee School of Engineering, I'd like to welcome you all to the Marquette NROTC 2020 Spring Commissioning Ceremony. As some of you might recognize, I am coming to you from our unit spaces in the old gym at Marquette University. And I'm here today with Captain Johnson, the unit Marine Officer Instructor. This unit was commissioned in 1940, and it was charged with the mission of producing officers for our Navy and Marine Corps of the highest moral, ethical, academic, and physical fitness standards. And for the last nearly 80 years, this unit has done just that. After the oath of office is read, these midshipmen will accept their new mission: to support and defend the Constitution of the United States of America against all enemies. And they will carry the special trust and confidence of a commissioned officer. Midshipmen who have been commissioned via the Marquette NROTC program over the years have served in all of our nation's wars, have been called on to provide humanitarian assistance and disaster relief when no other country could, have reached the rank of admiral and general, and have skillfully operated the most technical and state-of-the-art equipment. And as we gather here today, in this surreal environment of social distancing, are deployed around the world, executing the orders of our nation's leaders in a dangerous and ever-changing world. Finally, some have paid the ultimate price and have given their lives in the defense of all those things that we hold dear: freedom, liberty, and our way of life. So, today is an important day, a day like no other. Today you will take an oath and join the Navy and Marine Corps team. This is a day that you will always remember and you will celebrate each year. Some may make the Navy or Marine Corps a career, while others might serve out their commitments and go on to other things. But remember this: it is not the quantity of service that matters, but rather the quality. It is not the quantity of service that matters, but rather the quality. Serve well this country that puts its trust in you. It has been my pleasure to have been a part of your initial training here at Marquette, and on behalf of myself and the unit staff, we wish you all the best as you join the naval service. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, bear with us for a small transition as we display the videos from Mr. Leinenkugel and Rear Admiral Sands.
Hello, midshipmen of Marquette University. I'm Dick Leinenkugel, graduate of Marquette Naval ROTC in 1980. I became a Marine, and I still am a Marine today. What I really missed about being with you all this year was missing the mess night. That is such a fabulous event, and unfortunately we weren't able to do that this year. You're about to graduate from Marquette. You're all about to be commissioned either into the fleet or as a second lieutenant of Marines. It is going to be an unbelievable time for all of you over the course of your next 4 or 6 years, or perhaps some of you will make it a career. Thank you for your service to our country. Thank you for all that you're going to do. I mean, this is still a time of great conflict in our world. and for you to do what you're going to do is truly amazing. So thank you for that. I look forward to perhaps having a beer with you someday when you return from your assignment. Come and see us up in Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin, and we'll hoist a Leinenkugels in your honor. Cheers, best of luck, fair winds and following seas, Semper Fidelis.
Hello, midshipmen, friends, and family. Congratulations on your completion of the Navy ROTC program and on the event of your commissioning as officers in the Navy and Marine Corps. While this virtual ceremony is not what any of us expected, it in no way diminishes your achievement or the significance of this moment. Today you will evolve through law, duty, and custom from your rank of midshipman to your new rank of ensign or second lieutenant. I would like to start with a warm welcome to the family and friends of those about to be commissioned. Through the commissioning of these midshipmen, you yourselves become part of our extended Navy and Marine Corps family. Those are not just words. Being part of our family is a real thing. We can't do it without you. Ultimately, you serve our country as well, through the love and support you provide your sons, daughters, family, and friends. Welcome to our Navy and Marine Corps family. I'd also like to take a moment and recognize our Navy and Marine Corps ROTC staff, our incredibly experienced commanding officers and executive officers, our sailors and Marines serving as your instructors, mentors, and advisors, and our civilians who provide critical support, all quite literally shape the future of our Navy and Marine Corps through the service of those we will commission today. In his commander's intent, General Berger, the 38th Marine Corps Commandant, said, quote, "The most important thing we do in the Marine Corps is make Marines," end quote. I think he is exactly right, and making sailors is the most important thing we do in the Navy. Each of you have had a real and significant impact in the future of our service. I'm grateful for your leadership and for your essential role in our naval leader development. Your experience, time, effort, and mentorship will be felt for generations in our Navy and Marine Corps and will become your legacy. Well done. Now back to our midshipmen. I'm tremendously proud of each of you. I'm excited for the opportunity, challenge, and adventure that awaits you in the Navy and Marine Corps. The current situation is a poignant reminder of exactly what is expected of you as an officer in our Navy and Marine Corps. You're expected to adapt, to overcome, and to excel in crisis and in challenging environments. You haven't gone through the past 4 years of hard work, study, and sacrifice to live a life of leisure in the Navy. You did it to lead through challenge, to become problem solvers. You did it because now you have the tremendous privilege, responsibility, and accountability for leadership in our Navy and Marine Corps. I can tell you right now, without any hesitation, that the sacrifice and hard work was worth it. You will love your opportunity to serve, and we're going to love having you with us as leaders. And now, for those midshipmen becoming ensigns and second lieutenants, my expectation of you as officers can be captured in 2 words: own it. In order to explain what I mean, I'm going to ask you a few questions, and then I'm going to tell you a sea story. For those of you commissioning today, how many of you decided to go through ROTC and join the Navy or Marine Corps because you were looking for an easy life? I can't see your hands up, of course, right now, but I think that's a bit of a ridiculous question, right? Because in the profession of arms, we don't offer easy. We just offer hard. Now, how many of you decided to join ROTC and become an officer in the Navy or Marine Corps because you wanted to live a life of significance? Probably a few hands being raised right now. Well, the good news for you is that we can deliver. If you're not looking for easy, if you want to serve as part of something bigger than yourself, and if you want to live a life of significance, defined as a life where you positively impact advantage, and shape the lives of others, well, then you're in the right place today and you made the right decision. Going forward, you get to decide what kind of officer you'll become. You get to decide how you'll lead. You get to decide what type of wake you'll leave behind you each day, positive or negative. You get to decide what your legacy will be. You own it. Now, a short story to illustrate what I mean. In November of 1988, I was a young lieutenant stationed at SEAL Delivery Vehicle Team 1 in Hawaii. My tasking was practicing cold water diving in SEAL delivery vehicles, referred to SDVs, during the winter. An SDV is a diver propulsion device. It looks like a little mini submarine, but it's full of water. The water temp was about 46 degrees, and we were wearing dry suits and dive equipment that weighed hundreds of pounds. One evening, my dive buddy and I set out what was considered a straightforward dive profile. We transited underwater for a few hours to our training target area, where we could locate a mothballed U.S. warship in the harbor. We went under the ship and rested our SDV beneath the ship's hull. It was intensely dark under the warship. You couldn't see your hand in front of your face, except that when you moved, the disturbance released a bright bioluminescence. We didn't realize it at the time, but we had bottomed up the SDV on a bilge keel, which is a V in the hull designed to provide the ship with increased stability in heavy seas. So as I climbed out of the SDV to meet my swim buddy and move along the ship's hull, the SDV rolled off the bilge keel and pinned me to the bottom of the ship. Now, this is a true story. The first thing that went through my mind as I found myself pinned to the bottom of a ship on a Tuesday night in November was, all the decisions in my life led me right here, and I really need to rethink what I've been doing. It turned out to be very easy to get myself out of the spot I was in, and we continued the remainder of our training dive without incident. But I like to use that story to illustrate the concept of ownership. All the decisions we've made in our lives, the good and the bad, have led us right here. As officers in the Navy and Marine Corps, we expect you to own it. That means we expect you to be responsible and accountable for your actions. When you receive your commission today, you're no longer allowed to project your problems or failures on others. It is a powerful thing for any person when you take responsibility and accountability for your own life. It is a necessary thing for those of us who earn the right each day to lead warriors in our profession of arms. This leads to my first official order to each of you. You are no longer allowed to make excuses. You're going to want to do it. You'll have moments of weakness where you'll want to blame someone or something else for your own shortcomings or mistakes. Don't do it. Leaders in the profession of arms don't deal in excuses. We deal in responsibility and accountability. Remember that we expect you to make mistakes. Failure is a critical element of growth. Own your failures like you own your success. Give yourself 2 minutes to pat yourself on the back when you've done something well, and 2 minutes to have a little pity party when you've made a mistake. Then move on, keep leading, keep growing. I'm tremendously excited for each one of you. You're about to join a magnificent group of men and women bound together through a common cause, tested and connected through shared adversity and accomplishment. You will succeed and fail spectacularly. Your success will not be measured by your own accomplishments, but rather by the impact you have on the lives and welfare of the people you lead. Today, each of you will swear an oath to support and defend the Constitution of the United States of America. And with that oath, you will become officers in the Navy and Marine Corps. Today, you will become members of our profession of arms, forged through shared adversity, confident in your abilities, and sustained by your conviction that you can face any challenge. You have spent years preparing, not for this moment, but for this responsibility, honor, and privilege. As officers in the Navy and Marine Corps, you don't fear adversity. Instead, you're waiting for it, anticipating and prepared for its arrival. You are competent. You are men and women of character. You've earned this commission. I am certain you will serve our nation with honor, courage, and commitment. Congratulations again, and well done. We're all very proud of you. Take care of one another and stay in the fight.
Now I would like to introduce our guest speaker. Major General Mullen commissioned in 1986 from here at Marquette University. As an infantry officer, he held command at every unit level and has deployed across the globe, served as the Marine aide to the President, served as the commanding general of the largest Marine Corps training base, and is currently serving as the commanding general of the Marine Corps Training and Education Command. He holds a bachelor's and a master's degree in political science from here at Marquette University, as well as a master's degree in national security and strategic studies from the Naval War College. He's an avid reader and is passionate about professional education for Marine Corps leaders. Ladies and gentlemen, Major General William Mullen.
Morning, everybody. How are you today? It's great to see everybody. For the folks that we can see out there in homes and backyards and various other places around the United States. I'm coming to you from Quantico, Virginia, where the Marines at least will be coming here to get some training of your first stop on the way to the rest of your career. But this is a great day. And I tell you, the creativity amongst this COVID pandemic is pretty amazing. The fact that we're able to pull all this together, the amount of work you all put into it to kind of help make this happen. Admiral Sands talked about improvising, adapting, and overcoming. Well, that's what this is about. It's overcoming. This was a challenge, putting this together. You're going to be facing a lot more challenges over the course of your career. That overcome piece is what we all have to do. Tell you, some thanks are in order. First, and I see some of the parents out there, but the parents and family members that supported our commissionees to get them to this point in their life. What you've been able to do for your midshipmen, soon to be a young officer, has been tremendous. You are their role models. You got them to this point in their life. The choices they've made up until this time, you've guided many of those, but from now on, they're on their own. And what you've done to set them up for success, can't thank you enough for it. Next is the Marine Corps NROTC staff. Thank you for your years of professionalism, your mentorship, your guidance to these young men and women as they get ready to be commissioned into the Naval Service. And lastly, thanks also to the midshipmen themselves. You put in 4 years of extra effort. While your peers were going through the normal academic rigor that comes with going to college, you went above and beyond. You did something extra. It was drills, it was activities, it was classes, it was training during the summer when your peers were off doing something else. All of that came together today for your commissioning. They mentioned I was commissioned in 1986. I was trying to think back to 34 years ago, my own commissioning, 34 years ago tomorrow. Seems like a long time. And when I was asked to speak, I started thinking to myself, well, what can I tell them? I thought maybe a good place to start would be to think back all those years to the Marine Brigadier General that was at our commissioning ceremony. But to be honest, I don't remember a word he said. So with that guidance, I also will tell you that I believe in the 3 B's of public speaking. Be interesting, be brief, and be seated. So that's what we're going to do today. One of the other things I believe when it comes to public speaking is you should try and adhere to the rule of 3s. So I'm going to tell you 3 things today that I want you to try and remember. So that some of you out in 2054 happen to be speaking to the then graduating class of Marquette University, NROTC, you'll actually be able to remember what this guy said to you. First thing is special trust and competence. We're about to read your commissions, and you're about to take an oath. Your commissions talk about that special trust and competence, that this nation is placing in you by the rank they're putting on your shoulder, by the commission that you'll have in your hand, and then the oath that you're going to take. That special trust and competence is enormously important. It's not like any other job. The things that we're going to require of you, the decisions you're going to have to make, that's why that special trust and competence is so important. You have to earn it every single day. It builds credibility. By earning that special trust and confidence, the credibility you earn over time will make you a better officer. It's going to make your reputation. It's going to make your ability to serve this nation. But I'll offer you one warning when it comes to that credibility piece. It takes a long time to build, but it can be lost in an instant. And the hardest part about it is we usually end up giving it away ourselves. So just think about that. Next thing is the profession of arms. You're all entering into the profession of arms. You are professionals. That comes with a commitment. That commitment is lifelong. That commitment is 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You're naval service officers. It's not 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, take the uniform off and go about your life and do something different. It's 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. That commitment also comes with a continuing education throughout the entire length of your career, because you have to get better every day. Now, I'll tell you, I finish on average 4 books a week, and I only tell you that, not telling that to brag, I only tell you that because I want you to understand that's how important I personally think continuing education is, because I'm convinced I will never, ever be smart enough. So after 34 years, if I'm still convinced of that, please get after it. You're finishing your college education, but your real education is just starting. Your education as professionals. And I will tell you one other thing. If you look around the world, there's lots of people who don't like us very much. They're studying their professions. They're getting better every day. If we don't keep up, we have a problem. The third thing is to take care of your Marines and sailors. They are our most precious assets. Some of them are going to drive you crazy. You're going to want to pull your hair out in dealing with them. And then those same young men and women are going to have a shining moment that just takes your breath away. They don't get paid much. A lot of them live in pretty Spartan conditions. They may not seem like they're paying attention when you're talking to them, but when the chips are down and you see that they were indeed listening to you, and they do something so selfless, it's just amazing. You'll know what I mean. I'll tell you one brief story as an example of that. I had 2 young Marines standing post in April in the city of Ramadi, Iraq. Early in the morning, they're standing post at a vehicle checkpoint. Behind them is a barracks full of their fellow Marines and Iraqi soldiers. They didn't know each other very well. It was a corporal and a lance corporal. Nobody else was out there with them. And a truck bomb drove into the vehicle checkpoint. They didn't move an inch. They opened fire on the vehicle and they stopped it before it could get into the barracks and destroy the barracks. And then the vehicle blew up. I tell you that story because those young men and women you're going to be leading, that's what they're capable of. They're also on loan to us from their families to serve our country. Each one of them, someone's daughter, someone's father, someone's husband, someone's sister, someone's wife. They're on loan to us. Never forget that. And make them better every day. Because at some point, they're going to go back to civilian life. And if we've done our job correctly, they're going to be better when they go back than they were when they came into the service. So those are three things I want you to remember: special trust and confidence, the profession of arms, and take care of your Marines and sailors. Wish each of you my most sincere congratulations on your achievement today. I wish you all fair winds and following seas, Semper Fidelis, and go out there and make us proud.
Thank you very much, sir, for your time and for your wisdom. Now, please rise. I'll read the commissioning warrant for the Navy midshipman first, and then the commissioning warrant for the Marine Corps midshipman. Attention to orders. To all who shall see these presents, greeting. Know ye that reposing special trust and confidence in the patriotism, valor, fidelity, and abilities of Andrew Barr, Jacqueline Lohman, Yvonne McGinley, Stephen Peterson, Ashley Plime, Jack Ramondi, Joshua Redmond, Olivia Richmond, and Maeve Sullivan. I do appoint them as ensigns in the United States Navy to rank as such from the 22nd day of May, 2020. These officers will therefore carefully and diligently discharge the duties of the office to which appointed by doing and performing all manner of things thereunto belonging. And I do strictly charge and require these officers and other personnel of lesser rank to render such obedience as is due an officer of this grade and position. And these officers are to observe and follow such orders and directions from time to time as may be given by the President of the United States of America or other superior officers acting in accordance with the laws of the United States of America. This commission is to continue in force during the pleasure of the President of the United States of America under the provisions of those public laws relating to officers of the armed forces of the United States of America and the component thereof in which this appointment is made. Done at the City of Washington, this 7th day of October in the year of our Lord 2019 of the Independence of the United States of America, the 243rd. By the President, signed, John B. Knoll, Jr., Chief of Naval Personnel, and Thomas B. Modley, Acting Secretary of the Navy. To all who shall see these presents, greeting. Know ye that reposing special trust and confidence in the patriotism, valor, fidelity, and abilities of Harold Bly, Jr., Noah Brown, Nathaniel Featon, Nathaniel Cola, and Joe Moskell. I do by and with consent of the Senate appoint these officers as second lieutenants in the United States Marine Corps, to rank as such from the 16th day of May, 2020. These officers will therefore carefully and diligently discharge the duties of the office to which appointed by doing and performing all manner of things thereunto belonging. And I do strictly charge and require those officers and other personnel of lesser rank to render such obedience as is due an officer of this grade and position. And these officers are to observe and follow orders and directions from time to time as may be given by the President of the United States of America or other superior officers acting in accordance with the laws of the United States of America. This commission is to continue in force during the pleasure of the President of the United States of America under the provisions of those public laws relating to the officers of the armed forces of the United States of America and the component thereof in which this appointment is made. Done at the City of Washington this 1st day of May in the year of our Lord 2020, and of the Independence of the United States of America, the 224th. By the President, signed David H. Berger, Commandant of the Marine Corps, and Thomas B. Modley, the Acting Secretary of the Navy. I now invite General Mullen to administer the oath of office.
All right, please raise your right hand. I state your name. Do solemnly swear that I'll support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, and I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same. I take this obligation freely, without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion. And I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office I'm about to enter. So help me God. Congratulations.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Please wait for your name to be called to conduct the placement of your officer insignia. It is my pleasure to present the following officers. Ensign Andrew Barr, United States Navy.
Good morning, gentlemen. Ensign Andrew Barr present. I'm currently at my home in Fenton, Missouri with my parents, Daniel and Melissa Barr, and my two sisters, Elizabeth and Emily Barr. My parents will be pinning me this morning.
It's tricky. Good enough. Okay.
Ensign Jacqueline Lohman, United States Navy.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here at my home in St. Louis, Missouri with my parents, Fred and Allison Lohman. They will be pinning me this morning.
Just make it close, Dad. It doesn't have to be perfect.
No, it's not.
Yay! Congratulations, kiddo.
Ensign Yvonne McGinley, United States Navy.
Good morning, everyone. Ensign Yvonne McGinley here at my home in Pleasant Prairie, Wisconsin. With me are my husband, H&2 Devontae Taylor, and our children, Naomi and Eric, and they'll be assisting with my pinning. Come on, guys. Thank you for your help. All right. Thank you. Thank you.
Ensign Stephen Peterson, United States Navy.
Good morning, gentlemen. Ensign Stephen Peterson here with my girlfriend Krista in my apartment in Milwaukee. Thank you.
Ensign Ashley Plime, United States Navy.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Ensign Ashley Klein present here in my hometown of Brandon, Wisconsin. I'm here with my parents, Chad and Jackie Klein, and my two brothers, Josh and Justin Klein. My parents will be pinning me today. If it's not-
Ensign Jack Ramondi, United States Navy.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Ensign Jack Raimondi here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, here in my home. I'm without family, but I am not alone. I will be pinning myself this afternoon. Thank you.
Ensign Joshua Redmond, United States Navy.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Ensign Josh Redmond. I'm here in my home in Waukesha, Wisconsin with my family. My parents, Matt and Ginny Redmond, and my two sisters, Rachel and Tressa. My parents will be pinning me this morning. Thank you.
Ensign Olivia Richmond, United States Navy.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Ensign Olivia Richmond present. I'm here at my home in Lowell, Michigan, and with me today is my father, Colonel Benjamin Richmond, my mother, Karen Richmond, and my siblings, Alex, John Luke, Anna, Sam, Elizabeth, and Gianna. Today, my parents will be pinning me.
Ensign Maeve Sullivan, United States Navy.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Ensign Maeve Sullivan here at St. Joan of Arc Chapel at Marquette University with my sister Deirdre Sullivan. She will be pinning me today.
Second Lieutenant Harold Bly, Jr., United States Marine Corps.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm coming to you from my home in Seaburg, Wisconsin. Second Lieutenant Bly here. And today I have with me my wife, Kimberly Bly, and our kids, Trey and Kiana. And today they will be pinning me. Thank you.
Second Lieutenant Noah Brown, United States Marine Corps.
Morning, gentlemen. Second Lieutenant Brown here. My roommate, Midshipman Bradley, who will be pinning me, coming to you from Joan of Arc Chapel, Marquette University. Congratulations, sir.
Second Lieutenant Nathaniel Featon, United States Marine Corps.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Second Lieutenant Featon here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, with my parents, Eric and Tammy Featon, and they'll be pinning me today. Thank you very much. We had some difficulties, but we got it.
Second Lieutenant Nathaniel Cola, United States Marine Corps.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Second Lieutenant Cola here, present in Wrightstown, Wisconsin. I'm here with my dad, Jeff, my mom, Jill, and my two sisters, Abby and Elise. And today my parents are going to be pinning me. Thank you.
And Second Lieutenant Joe Moskal, United States Marine Corps.
Good morning, gentlemen. Second Lieutenant Moskal in Milwaukee with my roommate, Carl Meyer, who will be pinning me. Just put one on.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in a round of applause and congratulations for the Marine Corps and Navy's newest officers. An officer's first salute is traditionally part of this ceremony. It's customary that a silver dollar is given by the officer to signify the respect they have for the enlisted men and women that they will be commanding in the future. Due to the circumstances, each officer will conduct their first salute separate from this ceremony. And now, the commanding officer will offer his final remarks.
Thank you, Matt. I'd first like to start by thanking General Mullen and his staff for taking the time to be with us today for this commissioning ceremony. Thank you for those comments. They were great. They were heartfelt, as you could see. And if you didn't understand the seriousness of the job you were about to enter, I think he made it very clear. So thank you very much, sir. Second, I want to thank Captain Johnson and Lieutenant Candleberry for putting this together. This was no easy task. I think we did the best we could, and I think it turned out to be a great event. So thank you very much, guys. I appreciate it. And then finally, to our newest officers and families, welcome to the Navy and welcome to the team. Thanks very much.
In closing, it is customary to offer a benediction. I invite you to join me in prayer. The commissioning of these officers today marks the end of one journey and the commitment to another. A commitment to service, selfless leadership, and the democratic ideals of our republic. May the future endeavors of our new officers be blessed. May they continue to strive for excellence and professional growth. May the communities they enter be enriched by their presence, and may they continue to rely on the unwavering support of their family and friends, their superiors and peers, and the grace of their various faiths wherever they are called to serve. Amen. Please rise for Anchors Aweigh and the Marine Corps hymn. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the commissioning ceremony. Another round of applause for the newest commissioned officers of the United States Navy and Marine Corps. We will be keeping this meeting open for congratulatory remarks from the staff and for each commissionee. And in a couple minutes, we will conduct a bell ringing ceremony for the departing members of the commissioning class. Thank you for attending.
Hey, 2020 commissionees, this is Commander Young from the XO. I just want to say congratulations. Job well done. It's been a great 2 years watching you guys grow and develop your leadership styles. I know you're going to do great things once you get to the fleet. I just want to say, please keep in touch. Let me know if you need anything. I'll be here at least another year. So if you need anything, please let me know. Have a great day.
This is Lieutenant Candleberry. Congratulations to the class. You all did amazing. What I've seen you grow, and I'm super proud of you guys. Good luck to your future endeavors.
Class of 2020, this is Lieutenant Rotobaugh speaking. I'm in transit right now, but I just want to offer up my congratulations to the newest batch of fellow officers. I'm proud of you guys and excited to see what you do in your futures.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations. Proud to see all of you made it. I look forward to seeing you guys on the other side. I'll see you guys in the fleet. Good luck.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to conduct the bell ringing ceremony in about 1 minute.
Ensigns and second lieutenants, I'm going to ring this bell today. I'm going to ring it 4 times to commemorate your graduation and your commissioning. I have faith and I expect that you all will be back in this unit in a short amount of time and you can come and do it yourself for real, but please accept me as a substitute for now. Once again, congratulations.